Total Drama Island was the start of it all. It introduced us to some of the most iconic characters, and it's definitely up there for one of the best seasons of the entire show. So with that said, today we're going to be listing the top 8 best Total Drama Island episodes. Believe me when I say this list was incredibly difficult to make, just because of the sheer amount of good episodes there really were this season. So having to find just 8 was a challenge by itself. But with the amount of requests I got for this topic, I guess I have no choice. If this video can hit 200 likes, I will do an in-depth ranking of every episode from this season. But with all that said, be sure to click that like and subscribe button so I know you like my content. Without further interruptions, let's begin. At my number 1 spot, we have Basic Straining, and this episode was pretty solid. You have Courtney finally not caring about following the rules, and basically acting like a second Duncan. Speaking of Duncan, they finally kick off his and Courtney's relationship. Another good part about this episode I really enjoyed was seeing Harold get his sweet revenge by tampering with the votes and getting Courtney eliminated, all to get back at Duncan. Sure, seeing Courtney getting eliminated sucked, but watching all of Harold's bullying moments, you kind of feel bad for the guy, so having him eliminating Courtney was the best scenario possible. Also, that Michael Jackson Thriller reference was nice. Number 2 is Hook, Line, and Screamer. Watching Owen and Izzy getting together was just as funny as them pretty much breaking up all in the same episode. Word of advice, don't get yourself in a life-threatening situation with Owen. He'll toss you out in like 2 seconds, just for himself to get away. The scary movie vibe in this episode felt so relaxing to watch. Gwen actually meeting and beating the real-life killer with a chainsaw and a hook, it was all just really funny to see go down. Can't forget this episode is where DJ seems to scream the entire time he's on screen. Some parts were funny, and other parts just straight up were annoying. Lastly, who can forget Chris baiting Jeff with the ice cream truck? Overall, just a really solid episode. Number 3 is Hide and Be Sneaky. I really love how they turn a yet simple plot of a game of hide and seek into a whole other level. All the contestants really used their Jimmy Neutron brain to find some really good hiding spots. Well, almost all of them. Yeah, Lindsay, Chef would never look in the cabins, but that's besides the point. Lashana hiding underwater was brilliant. Izzy challenging Chef to a duel and being so close to winning was so awesome. All the guys deciding to form an alliance to vote Bridget off felt so real, since they knew they couldn't vote Heather off due to her invincibility. Ultimately for Jeff to not follow through and have to spend the night outside. Overall, yet another solid episode. Halfway on our list we have That's Off the Chain, another creative episode with the contestants having to show off their skill level by building racing bikes. I also like how it explores more with the lore by bringing up Duncan used to actually steal bikes all the time, but yet it's still something he knows all about. It was all just a really funny scene. Izzy building her bike and having Lashana tagging along for a long joyride across the island, causing them both to skip the entire challenge altogether and not being penalized was just crazy to see. But the highlight of the episode definitely has to be Lindsay telling Heather off. Bravo, Lindsay, great job for standing up for yourself. Even though Lindsay did get eliminated right after, it was still a proper send-off for her, and it showed us a lot of her character development, and for her character going forward in action. Number 5 is the very last episode, really. Such a good finale. You have Owen and Gwen, 2 of the best characters competing for the 100 grand. I absolutely love the race and insane obstacles Chris threw at them for the final challenge, bringing back every single character that was voted off previously, cheering and even helping which character they wanted to win. Obviously Heather choosing Owen to win by trying to give Gwen a chocolate cupcake or whatever, chock full of laxatives, but then in turn ends up being eaten by Owen, who still wins in my country by the way. It was just all really nice to see everyone getting involved in this finale. We don't see much of that in later seasons, aside from like only 2 contestants at most helping in the finales. Seeing Gwen and Trent dating this time just felt so wholesome. Definitely a must-watch episode for sure. Number 6 is I Triple Dog Dare You. What else can I say besides this episode is so good? If you think Harold getting his sweet revenge on Duncan was incredible to see, well this is literally nothing compared to the amount of revenge Owen and Gwen do to Heather. From making her drink Chef's mystery meat to literally eating cockroaches, she does so many disgusting challenges and still ends up losing all her hair and even getting eliminated. Forget any moments of revenge this season. Gwen and Owen banding together to eliminate Heather was on a whole other level. The only downside I can say this episode takes a lot of disgusting moments a little too far, like Owen eating dog food, that was just literally really disgusting. Other than that small nitpick, it was a very solid episode. Nearing the end of our list at our number 7 spot, we have Total Drama Island. Wow, that's a lot of dramas. Anyways, this episode featured Chris making Owen or Gwen a deal for $1 million, 10 times the amount of money, which either way which version you watch, it ends up with the deal getting accepted one way or another. Poor Gwen. I loved how it showed everyone's perspective on trying to find and win the million. Justin using his looks to grab the briefcase from Izzy was so hilarious. The whole journey of the million going from team to team was interesting as well to watch. Even Courtney managing to get a hot air balloon was so random, but it worked. Overall, this episode was full of memorable moments, giving everyone a good amount of screen time. This episode just does a phenomenal job at keeping you on your toes. At our great number 8 spot, we have Dodgeball. To me, this is my favorite episode of the entire season. There was not one moment during this episode where I was losing interest. It is full of action and crazy moments, from Cody using the dodgeball as an electric targeted missile, to Owen turning into a complete powerhouse, and then you have Duncan turning the tables for his team after his long nap with his skills he honed from Juvie. And that's not even the highlight of the episode. Yes, there's more. The best part was Harold proving himself to everyone he's not all bark and no bite, but him actually having skills, as he's able to defeat the powerhouse Owen. The episode delivers action, joke after joke, everything just flows through so perfectly. By far my favorite episode this season. Alright viewers, that crosses off our list of the top 8 best Total Drama Island episodes. Like I said, if this video hits 200 likes, I will rank every episode of Total Drama Island, and who knows, maybe one day, I'll pull an LS Mark and rank every single episode of Total Drama. God, that would take forever. I don't know how he does it, but if I get more support on it, I'll do it for you guys. With all that said, I look forward to seeing you with our next list.